the standards agenda is everywhere just now, and from one point of view, it's good and understandable that we should want to raise standards in education. Of course, we should. I mean, there's no reason to lower them, so we should try to raise them. The question is, how do you do that? And many governments believe the way to do that is through more and more standardizing. And my experience is that getting everybody to do the same thing is not the best way to raise standards. That learning is a human process, it's a personal process. And teaching is a very sophisticated process. And the way you raise standards is by engaging people, encouraging them, stretching them. But education doesn't happen in the corridors of our parliament buildings or the legislative buildings. It happens between real teachers and real kids in actual classrooms. So when people say to me, how can we change the system? There are many different answers to it, but one of them is, for a teacher, is to change what you do. Because for the children that you teach, you are the system. The teacher is the system, and the head teacher is the system. So if the head teacher changes, or if the teachers change, for those kids, the system has changed. That's what a grassroots movement is. And if enough people change, that's a movement. And if there's enough energy, that's a revolution. And there are all sorts of ways in which teachers can begin to review their practice. Like thinking of the class as a learning community, having more active approaches to learning, not abandoning direct instruction, but seeing that as part of a repertoire of things to do. There are ways that head teachers can change already by encouraging more contact and collaboration among teachers. I think in France, teaching is often a very solitary occupation. You know, people teach in their own class and don't collaborate very much. I think from the students' point of view, having more discretionary time in the day where they can pursue their own interests or go into greater depth in areas that interest them particularly, having more contacts with adults who are not teachers coming into the school, having more contact with cultural organisations outside, engaging parents more in the life of the school. These are all very practical ways that schools are doing things already. They're not theoretical ideas, they are happening in schools all over the place.